Aloha, my name's Callan and this is Suzie Cooney. We're here on beautiful Maui and we'd like to share stand-up paddling with you today. Paddle surfing started back in the 40s with the Waikiki Beach Boys. They used to use their outrigger paddles to paddle their boards around the tourists so they could take pictures of them and guide them into waves. Today it's the fastest growing water sport on the planet. It's making surfers out of everybody because it's pretty easy to learn. And I think you're going to love it. For the most part, paddle boards are pretty big. They range from 9 to 15 feet long and they can be as wide as 32 inches. And they're also pretty light. Most of them are made out of molded epoxy or carbon. And the large size gives you the float that you need to be able to stand up and paddle on them. This board right here is a 10.5 by 30 and it's probably about 20 or 25 pounds. It has a handle built into it so it's easy to carry and pick up. Pretty light. The paddle is one of the oldest tools around. This one's made out of carbon fiber and you'll notice that it has an angled blade on it. So when you're paddling, you want to have that blade angled forward. The Polynesians invented that to create better paddling efficiency, so you want to be sure to honor them and hold it correctly when you're paddling. Just like that, blade forward. I definitely recommend using a safety leash. This will keep the board close to you in the case that you fall. And if you do fall away from your board and swim to your board first before trying to grab your paddle in case you drop that during the fall. If you swim to your board first, you'll be on your board, it'll be safer, and you'll be able to swim over and just grab your paddle. When starting out, you want to be sure that you're in deep enough water so you don't damage the fins on the bottom. Thigh to waist deep is generally pretty good. What I usually do is jump on the board into a kneeling position. When popping up, plant your feet shoulder width apart and your toes pointed slightly out, knees slightly bent, and continue looking out at the horizon and stand up. Don't stall or hesitate halfway through, just stand up. Now that you're solid on your board, you can start paddling. I found that balance is more easily maintained if I continue moving forward by working the paddle. And there's 3 things to keep in mind while paddling. First of which is to keep your top arm relatively straight so you can push forward with your body weight as opposed to just using your arm strength. Be sure to engage your core as you dig in. Another thing is to slightly pull towards your hip with your lower arm when you exit. No need to paddle past your hip. Third, just keep your paddle as close to your board rail as possible so you'll track a straighter line. When paddling, I push with my top arm and pull against my straightened lower arm. It seems to be about an 80-20 push-pull. I'm also contracting my core muscles to fully engage my upper strength and keeping a slight bend in my knee for balance. You can turn a few different ways. The first way is to simply take a wide paddle stroke far off your rail on the same side of the board, and this will rotate you around. Another more advanced, possibly more difficult maneuver is the pivot turn. In this, you move a foot back and slightly sink the tail of your board, while at the same time begin paddling on one side. As the board comes around, you can move back into the middle of the board to regain balance and begin a directional paddle. So as you can see, there's not much to it compared to the fun you'll have with it. It's definitely a great way to get some exercise, cruise the reefs, and see the fish and turtles. Suzie's now going to show you some specific exercises that will make your paddle surfing even better.
And now we're going to do some fun, great exercises so you can be stronger, get strong, and enjoy stand-up paddling even more. First exercise we're going to do are just real simple push-ups. Push-ups are great for your chest, your triceps, your shoulders, and really help you get to your feet faster. So we're going to demonstrate. I'm going to do the easier version, and Tommy's going to do the more advanced version. We're just going to do 2. Here we go. And down. And this next exercise, we're going to do some squats. Squats are great to keep your hips strong, your legs strong, and helps you get up to your feet really fast. We're going to do a few squats, and here we go. I want your feet shoulder width apart, arms are paddle out, looking straight ahead. Imagine you're just sitting down in a chair, and here we go. Remember, when you go down and come up, please don't lock the knees, and let's go. And 1, and 2, and 3. Stand-up paddling requires strong shoulders and lots of endurance. Tommy and I are going to use 5-pound dumbbells, and he's got 10-pound dumbbells. We're going to do alternating front lateral raises, then alternating to the side. And here we go. First of all, feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, shoulders back, starting with the right hand, and we lift and 1, and 2 to the side, and lift, to the side, and 1 more, lift, and to the side. This next exercise is called a core plank. Your core is very important when you're doing the sport of stand-up paddling. Your core are all the muscles from your abs to your glutes to your upper thighs. This exercise is called a core plank because we'll be down, face down, or in the prone position. Typically you want to hold the core plank from anywhere from 5 seconds to 1 minute if you're really good. So we're both going to demonstrate here the core plank. Then from this position we'll go into the advanced move by lifting one leg. All I can say is remember to keep breathing and don't give up. Place your hands about width apart here, your shoulders. Your feet are extended behind you. It's important to drop your butt a little bit and draw on your stomach to the back of the spine. Imagine squeezing a lemon behind your belly button and the front of your spine. Keep your head down and in a neutral position and keep breathing. Typically we'd hold this 5 to 60 seconds. Right now we're going to go into an advanced move and lift our right leg up and hold that, squeezing your left glute for support. Keep breathing. And we're going to switch now to the left side, left leg up, squeeze the right glute and hold. This is fantastic.
So there you have it. Stand-up paddling is the original Hawaiian total body workout. I think you're gonna love it.
And if you want to stay in great shape and slim down, stand-up paddling is for everyone.
Aloha.
See you on the water.